Hello, everyone. Welcome to this Angel's Perspective. It is an honor and a pleasure for us to be here with you today. Before we begin, we would like to remind you the importance of self-awareness. Self-awareness, it is important to keep in mind now, since every decision and every thought you have must be very conscious. When you are self-aware of your surroundings, you will be able to take decisions based on your own personal guidance and not the guidance that it is confusing outside of you. We have remind you several times this year the importance of pass everything through your hearts before you take decisions. So now this is a time to do so. As the energies become a little bit more complex, it is more difficult to take decisions comfortably if you are not heart-centered. When you are heart-centered, you will have the clarity in your mind because your heart, your soul, that center will be the one who will be guiding you, helping you to navigate, helping you to notice how your body reacts to the possible options that you have. Feel, connect with the body, connect how is your body reacting to any questions that you have. And that is your guidance. That is the guidance from your angels, from your guides, your higher self. And that's the guidance that you must trust. As we go through this month, where perhaps many of you feel separation and more distance from a lot of people, loved ones, family, friends, or perhaps even in a collective level, more political level, it is important to know that if you connect with the heart, you will always know what to do. When things become confusing outside and you don't know why the things that are happening, when you're heart-centered, you will realize and you will remember that it is the process of transformation and it is the process of change. And in order for change to take place, there has to be a cleansing process. There is a cleansing time. And all of you are going through that to a personal level, but as well to a collective level. And many of you may feel this in a very comfortable or uncomfortable way, dependent in your consciousness. And when we say consciousness, it's just your awareness. Are you present? Are you connecting with your hearts? Because in your heart, you will know, even if it is not clear, the 100%, you got the sense and the idea, you will just know that everything will be okay, everything is okay, and you will be more present and using your energy to create things that you really like. So it is important to visualize, see, feel, and perceive how would you like to experience the world? What is the world that you prefer to experience? What would it feel like to have, to be, or to experience peace, awareness, clarity, abundance, whatever that might be for each one of you? Because when you do that, you are helping to create it. If many of you will connect and center in that, in your hearts, and connecting with the emotions and the things that you would really like to experience, you will create things to happen faster. But if many of you are connecting with this sense of fear, fear creates a separation. Fear creates limited experiences. So it's so important to consider that when you are in through times of confusion. More than ever, you all are being supported at a physical level through your angels, your guides, people around you, and as well from beings like the angels and other beings that are assisting in this process. For many of you, we know that it might be a little bit hard to understand as there is a lot of beliefs systems is still running, a lot of programs that run in each one of you. Just trust your heart. Whatever resonates with you, that's what you need to take. Even this conversation, if this conversation resonates with you, take what it resonates with you, and what it does not, let it go. You have to follow what it is that it makes you more happy, and you feel just plenitude in the things that you are doing. And many of you require things from several different places. So it's important that you remember that and allow yourself to explore new ideas. This is a time when you all have to create new ways of doing things. There is new technology, there is new ways of how you utilize the technology. It is important that you understand that the technology is not a problem. It is the way and how is utilized that technology. It is in the hands of who is using it. Since this new era that you are all entering on Earth right now, it is an era of technology. So how would you like to use that technology for? Technology is just technology. It's just like water. Water is just water. You give water someone who it is thirsty in the desert, and it will save a life. But if you give water someone who perhaps it is in the hospital, and maybe it is danger for the person to drink water because either has a hole in the lungs or in their stomach, and that could actually make more harm than good. So water is who uses it and what is the purpose for that. So be aware of that, be mindful of that. Utilize your creativity, trust your talents, trust your abilities. This is the time where you can bring that out and create new ways of sharing your abilities, but also in ways to create the life that you want. It is important that you all remember that it is the process of believing, in the process of trusting your own abilities. You all have the capacity to create the reality that you want, the reality that you wish, by just connecting with your hearts, entering into that center where you create the potentiality of all right here and now. There is many of you who are becoming more aware of this. Many of you, you've been here for years already, and many of you are just new. So there is always assistance in your physical world and in the spiritual realm. There are people who have been aware of this process, is there for assistance as well. So you can find assistance and find people that are alike, that are in the same path as you are. When you are aligning with the people that resonates with you, with the people that you can be yourself, you will be creating a different reality. When you try to force to be somewhere with some people that are not in the same resonance, it'll be difficult because there is resistance. And here we are saying there is nothing wrong with them or nothing wrong with you. It's just that there is not the same awareness. There's different energy. There's different channels. So understand that. So when you are in a place where you have and you are surrounded with people who are in the same channel as you will say, it'll be easier to connect. And this would not create any separation as long as you are holding all of this vision in your heart. Understanding, holding space for others as they have a different channel doesn't mean that they are wrong, they are bad. If we don't meet in the same conversations on the same beliefs, then doesn't mean that there is something wrong. It's just simply different ideas. It is only different perspectives of the one thing. As you understand that your path and your walk and your journey might be difficult, it is like that for others as well too. So when you allow others to express their own uniqueness and you express your own uniqueness, you will be able to assist many. And the way, as we will call it, the coherent, the coherent being, as you do, you think, you feel the same thing. You create a wave of inspiration for others to do the same thing, even if it's different than what you're doing. Even if other people do whatever they're doing, but if they're coherent and they're working and you see someone creating the life that they desire, and you feel like you would like to experience that, it doesn't have to be the same way with the same outcomes, because you have to remove all the expectations and how things will turn out. As long as you are aligned with who you really are, you will be able to experience life and new experiences every day. When you create new experiences, you will create new memories in your cells. Will that create new outcomes, new emotions, and you will be creating a continuous energy of movement and experiences. This month, it is very much so full of energy for transformation and transition. So how are you going to do this transition? What would you like to experience? What would you like to see? What can you do within the next 24 hours to achieve or to walk towards your desire? There is always something that can be done immediately, just by feeling it, just by imagining what it would feel like to be or to experience having love. You are already experiencing love. When you connect with that, then the universe will align with the things in order for you to have the experience into the physical world, into your physical life. This month comes with so much potential, and many of you perhaps would not see it that way, because it could be this energy so subtle to some extent, but in other ways it'll come with such a swift of energy that it will help you. They will move things in your lives within your own bodies, with your own emotions, that it will help you to bring them out to the light. It'll help you to see them, all of those ones that you haven't paid attention for a long time. And they're right here in order for you to review it, to say whether you want to continue holding on to this or not. Allowing you to leave some space, allowing you to release all of that as you move forward. And in order for you to move forward, you need to let go. You need to let go with the idea of something being negative holding you back. It is just to take that letting go into how can I invest it and how can I integrate it, so now it is part of my solid foundation. So this month is just very simple. It's just to be present, and with the questions of who I am, you could ask yourself, what am I doing? Who am I doing this for? And this will also help you to have clear idea in what are you doing and where to go. When you realize that if you're doing things for yourself or for others, and that's you truly awareness of doing things, you will have the power to change anything that you wish. Trusting in your abilities, trusting in your talents, which many of you already are starting to see that and taking actions. And the one thing that's important to remind you all is that it requires a process, it requires time. And that's just because you are in a place where it requires time. You are in the physical world. You are in a place that is a lower density. So it just requires some time and process. Where on this end, there is no time, there is no space. But in order for you to experience this life, you need to have time in space. In order for you to do something, you need to walk a distance, you need the space, you need some time to get from point A to point B. So in order for you to accomplish something, there will be a few steps that you all need to take in order to achieve what you want. And the most important thing is, even though you might have some clarity exactly what would you like to have, experience, or do, you have to remove the expectations and how is that really going to turn out. Your intention and what is it that you would like to experience and feel when you achieve this is the most important thing. Know the how. Know the how. It is the experience. If you would like to experience, to travel around the world, doing your passion, your work, and you can have an idea that can help you to guide you, perhaps doing a workshop, perhaps doing a talk, perhaps doing something like that, you can just put it out there and remove the expectations. Work towards some of that. Create your workshop. Perhaps something else changes at the last minute, but you're already moving the energy of something that you would like to experience. How would it feel? How would it feel like to be already achieving that? Traveling or whatever that might be for you. It's important to connect with that energy now. As if many of you do that, you will be shifting in a higher frequency, and the experience and navigation of this month will be more gentle, as there is many the energy of for many of you will be in the work of relationships, and the relationship will be with you, with yourselves, with your loved ones, partners, friends, family. It's all about relationships. And if you can connect with that energy of understanding that in order for you to create the life that you want, you also need to look at your relationship. What is the relationship that you all have with yourselves? Ask, how do I feel with myself? Am I being honest? If I'm not honest with myself, I cannot be honest with my partner or my family. What are the things that I like to do? Am I really happy with the job that I have? If I go there grumpy every single day, they are not getting the best of me. So neither they get the best of you, but you don't get the best of them either. So it's time to change these relationships, and the opportunities are for good. It may feel chaotic just because transition and changes are uncomfortable. But if you focus into the chaotic side, you will feel you're losing. But if you focus into the transition and understanding that the transformation requires this cleansing process, then you will understand that you are navigating this wave. And it might not be easy, but you understand why it's happening. And as you do this, you become a light. You illuminate your own path, but at the same time, as you do that, you can be the light for others that might not be seeing the same way that you are doing it. Earlier this week, we were sharing the importance to also remember that nothing happens by chance. Everything is orchestrated, divinely orchestrated for all of you. The trip to the store, the trip to the work, every single day, it is divine guided. The people there, they are there for a reason. You are there for a reason. Your frequency, your energy carries a lot of information that it is in need of others, as well as others in need for you. Many of you will experience days where you have an amazing experience that you will call it transcendental, because you had something amazing. Either perhaps someone, you saved the life of someone, or someone saved your life. But if it wasn't for that person being there or you being there, it would not be able to match that. Well, it was orchestrated. So every time you go out and about in your street, just realize this important thing. The person beside you in the parking lot, in the traffic light, in the till at the superstore, or just walking around the block are there for a reason. And many of you may wonder, what would that be the reason? The reason is because you are assisting each other in some shape or form. Many of you would like to understand every single aspect of your tasks, of your missions. But the truth is that you would not be able to comprehend the complexities. Is so high that your brains would not be able to understand and comprehend everything. And it'll be overwhelming, and you will feel you will not be able to accomplish. And we said that earlier today, and we want you to really understand this very much so, because many of you would like to know and ask always, but there is some things that there are not, there is not even a concept. And if you knew everything will have that, what you will have to do, you will not find the ways. You will feel that you are not able to assist with all of that. It will feel overwhelming. So just by being at the store at the right time, that's basically a big job for each one of you. So keep that in mind as you go on your days, because your interaction with the people around you, it is profound. And you are also receiving what you need. Pay attention in your body, in your emotions. What does it feel like that morning when you're leaving for work, if you perhaps are late? Just remember, even though you're late, there is a reason for you to be late for work, or late to school, or late for whatever. It is every moment, every step being divine guided. And therefore, everything is aligning accordingly so that you can achieve and experience whatever it is that you want to. So that's in your personal life, but also in a collective level. What kind of a world would you like to experience? And bring it up, because that will bring a notch up into the frequency of the planet, and you will be helping and sustaining the planetary network into raising this vibration. So the more and more of you are aligning who you really are, you will be bringing this over the world in the parts that are the most needed, where people cannot trust in themselves, or they feel that there is no reason or no purpose to do things. There is a reason, there is a purpose. And when you want to see a world full of happiness, whatever that might be, because it could be different for many, just allow to feel this emotion and just enjoy your day. Be present. Your mission, your purpose is to be happy here on earth. That's it. And to do what you like to do. Connect with your passions, connect with your talents, connect with that, and do as much as you can in your daily basis. Connect with that inner child of yours that you forgot about. What is it that your child liked to play when it was a kid? And bring it back up, play. And that's how you will be able to really do all the tasks that you want to do, and in a very joyful and more playful way. So this month, we will highly recommend you to take some time to spend moments outside, connecting with yourselves when the situations with a family and relationship are presented to you. Just feel, what is it that I can bring better to this relationship? First, with oneself and with others. Thank you, and we will see you next month.